Dynamite Dunes! Well, my favorite park in Roller Coaster Tycoon is Dynamite Dunes. Dynamite Dunes is the second scenario within the original Roller Coaster Tycoon. And what I would like to do today is to try to excavate Dynamite Dunes before I beat the objective. So in order to do that, I'm going to have to make a lot of money because I'm going to have to flatten all of the land. Not just the land in the original park, but also all of the land that's outside of the park that we're going to have to buy. Or at least that we can buy, because there's a few places we can't. Dynamite Dunes starts with a nice little coaster in Dynamite Blaster, which is great if you just want to blow it up and get the money for it. Because then you have a little bit of extra money to do whatever you want. And since there aren't any trees to clear or anything like this, obviously this is like my favorite scenario in Roller Coaster Tycoon. Like, honestly, if there's just one scenario in Roller Coaster Tycoon, you could just take Dynamite Dunes and use Dynamite Dunes forever, and that would be okay. So if you're an Open RC Tycoon, you have a couple different options here. One of the first roller coasters you can spam is going to be this mini steel roller coaster, or whatever it's called in RC Tycoon 2, that you can actually get good stats. If you try to build this in the original RC Tycoon, you're actually going to get terrible stats on this coaster, so it's useless to try to make a little junior coaster like this. But this is something you can do, add some coasters to be able to get some stuff until you get the corkscrew coaster. The compact corkscrew coaster like this is going to be great. We're going to spam the crap out of it, mainly because we need the guests to come to our park. I have the entrance fee set at $40 because that is the minimum amount of money that guests will bring to the park. And by adding a bunch of roller coasters like this, it's going to increase the soft guest cap, which means more guests are going to generate and more guests are going to come to the park. We are also maximizing advertising, marketing, which is very key because there's no way you're going to make enough money if you don't have advertisements all the time. I like actually pretending to try to build a park, so I did things like hire handymen and stuff like that, which may not be entirely necessary if you want to try to slim things down. Do remember, to get the marketing, you will need at least one food stall at $300 every 6 months. That's really easy. So anyways, we can move on here to what we got. As you can see, I've already lowered a lot of stuff here. This is an Open RC Tycoon where I wasn't actually able to complete it because I didn't do a lot of the beautiful, wonderful marketing, so I didn't quite make enough money. I was able to flatten some of it, but I wasn't able to get all of it. So again, that's why the marketing is very important. I also have little death traps where I'm able to get rid of guests because I can't have over 1,000 guests in the park. It's too much. So I just raise up the land, and when a guest goes on certain rides, not all the rides because I want their money on some of the rides, but on some of the rides, as you can see right there, they need to be able to vanish in a way that's not a crash or anything like that. There's my junior coaster with terrible stats, as I was talking about, and this one's a lot bigger, so there's really no point in building that junior coaster. The first one I got on this one was a suspended coaster, which I thought was kind of weird, and then the junior coaster. There is a little thing you can do with the stand-up coaster. On the original one, you only get the loop, whereas in Open RC Tycoon, when you get the stand-up coaster, it will have the half loop and the corkscrew. But even these stats are low in excitement, whereas a similar type of coaster on Open RC Tycoon is going to be medium in excitement. So there is a difference in the stat levels. The stat levels for the compact corkscrew coaster is about the same with you can see their stats right there as I'm building it, about 4.1 type of excitement. That one there, because it was death trap, I just went ahead and demolished it because I want to figure out how to get a mechanic over there to fix it. There's a little crappy wooden coaster I built because I was bored and wanted to try to build a coaster, but it still has terrible stats, so apparently I have a long way to go. But the laterals there towards the end look pretty good. There's a lot of intensity. So, I don't know. I'd ride a little woody like that. People really seem to like the merry-go-round in RC Tycoon. I mean, Dynamite Dunes, excuse me. So, I actually ended up building a second one later on. There's the marketing again. I don't bother to have like free entry to the park because like I need people to pay the $40. So I already flattened those lands there. Already destroyed Dynamite Blaster. Flattened that. As I said, all of the original land easily flattened. Here's August year 2. But what we got to do now is we got to buy a bunch of land, which at $40 a square isn't the cheapest thing, and then we gotta lower a lot of land. There are going to be 3 squares that we can't buy, just because the original Dynamite Dunes has some quirks into it, and for whatever reason, there's just 3 random things that I guess whenever they were building the scenario, they didn't realize that they didn't actually let you buy. So, in the course of this challenge, it actually saves us a little bit of money, but other than that, it's just kind of weird and slightly annoying. And unless you play Dynamite Dunes as much as I have, you probably never bother to notice it. I've played this scenario so much. I originally had a park that got a lot of money because I let it run one night. So I just used that scenario to make a bunch of whatever I wanted to do with money in Roller Coaster Tycoon for the longest time. So this, I mean, I really have a hard time like any roller coaster that's not in this scenario. I have a hard time like viewing it as like an actual roller coaster, except for like the mini suspended. But I feel like the mini suspended was in this scenario, but I don't remember getting it. I don't remember seeing it when I was playing through this way. See, there's a lane we can't buy. There's 2 little spots here, and there's one other spot a little bit further away. So, those ones we're not going to be able to lower just because we can't buy the land. So, we're going to lower the land around it and say whoever owns it, like, maybe you should consider selling because we're an awesome theme park that everybody loves. Oh, there's my other one I can't lower. I'm just going ahead here because, like, obviously, you don't need to sit here and watch me, like, do all of this. As much fun as it is, but like you can go do it yourself if you really want to like see all of this. So here we are, July year 3, and we're doing a pretty good job as far as lowering a lot of this stuff. So as you can see here, I'm doing a pretty good job as far as having enough money to be able to get most of this land flattened. So I do have some loans taken out here, just because I wanted to be productive and get it done by the end of July. Probably go over and check on my park, see how my guests are doing. No, I'm just waiting for money. That old wait for money dance. Oh, I had to pay for marketing, that's why. Checking on my guest starts, because, I actually care. I actually care about my guests. I know I got all these death traps. Here we go. I'm making a death trap there because, I got 900 guests in my park. That's too many guests. So, now we're up to see if we can get rid of some of these guests. Hire some handymen. Because, look, I mean, that park path there is pretty disgusting. I really like the little stand-up shuttle loop coasters. I feel like that should be a thing. Like I feel like a stand-up little shuttle loop, maybe even a stand-up boomerang. I feel like a stand-up boomerang, like I'd kill myself if I actually had to ride it, but like I don't know. It's just cool. Like the Georgia Scorcher, like it's just cool having like the stand-up style coaster. But honestly, like the like hang time there and then coming back, I should kind of get that on rides like Tigris, but like it's not quite the same. So anyways, here I am at the end. I don't know why I didn't show us lowering everything, but I bought all the land just so you can see everything, because obviously, I demolished Bandit of all your money. I wanted the money back. But yeah, as you can see, I was able to do it pretty successfully. Got some money, paid off my loans as well. Now I'm just demolishing all of the roller coasters because because I'm evil and I want everybody to clap at me when I meet my objective. So, you know, all of these rides were kind of useless anyways because they were the same rides. But all of these guests, they're not smart enough to figure that out. So I even put like a little like dolphin statue on that one because like I felt cool. I'll keep my merry-go-rounds because, you know, obviously the merry-go-rounds are cool. But now everybody's all like, ugh, I don't want to pay that much. I don't want to pay that much to come to this park. This is dumb. Why am I going to pay $40 to come to this park when there's no roller coasters? I got the award for, like, best roller coasters. Playing through this scenario on the original RC Tycoon. So, hey, there we go. And I beat the objective. I had 650 guests. Had a park rating. They all, oh, look at all the balloons flying away. And they're all clapping at me, and now they're going about their way, and they hate their lives, and there's my finances, if anybody wants to know how much money I made. Yeah, it looks like, you know, from park entrance ticket, I was making about $16,000. Looks like September was like a boost there with $19,000, but again, about $4,000 you have to pay each month in marketing. So without marketing, I think you're making about $5,000 to $7,000 in entrance ticket pricing. So you're making a little bit of money, although it's not huge margins. I was charging a little bit for the ride tickets, so I was able to get about $2,500 off the ride tickets. Wasn't quite maximizing those out the best I could, but I wasn't really that concerned because some people came and they didn't have any money to spend anyways. So I was just trying to get a little bit there. Wasting some money on the staff wages and stuff, trying to make my my park nice. I did finally build the information kiosk, so I got like the umbrella sales, as you can tell there from the shop sales. I was charging like $10 for those. So you do have to research that, but it's like the very first shop or stall you can get. So after you research the roller coasters to try to be able to get the corkscrew coaster, I'd go ahead and research shops and stalls just so you can get the information kiosk to get that nice boost whenever it rains. And that's kicking Dynamite Dunes in the booty. And as always, Kapkun Krap.